What's going on, everybody? Today we're gonna be looking at the DV8 Hellcat. I think this name alone and this logo, this ball just looks good. Like, period, point blank, period. So as always though, hit that like, subscribe button, man. I appreciate it. Man, we're growing the channel, we're keeping the content rolling. But yeah, man, so if you in South Florida area, Sawgrass Lanes, they take care of me. I appreciate them big time. And then my boys in the shop, Roger and Tony, Bowler's Edge, they take care of you. If you're looking for anything done, anything drilled, and you're in this vicinity, hey man, get over here. But yeah, so show you the layout, flash that across the screen real quick. But yeah, so we're gonna be looking at this one. And the only difference that we're not going to be actually comparing this to a different ball. We're going to be comparing it to itself. So I'm going to throw it out of box, and then I'm going to put polish on it. I was told by a very, very reliable source, wink, wink, Tyler Armour, shine it up and see what it looked like. So that's what we're going to do. So these first set of shots, you're going to see me doing it just out of box. And then once I change angles, then you'll see it polished up. So, hey man, let's get right to it. Oh God, okay. So again, that's out of box. It hooks clearly, and it's pretty sharp, especially for a big ASIM. So I did mention it before, Cool Week jersey, 12 bagger, man. You know, that height, check it out. If you want support, man, Hush 10 discount code. So check it out. And after that first shot, it hooked quite a bit. But I'm gonna still see if I can just roll it a little bit more. I still got it around now. Didn't roll it much at all, actually. Give me one moment. I'll reset this one. All right, I'm gonna move. Stay about in the same spot. Man, charged through the pins. Rolled it, and again, just a little bit more and less around it. So again, just wanted to see what it'll do from there. It hooks. But yeah, man, I like what I'm seeing. Pretty versatile there. Got on that one. Okay. Yeah, it's fresh oil. So I kind of expect to see something of that nature. So it still hooks, but I gave it a little too much of the puddle, and it was kind of labored. So we're gonna try that again. Dial the speed back a hair. Fresh house shot. See what it does. Not too bad. Not too bad there. Again, just dial the speed back just a hair. Again, give it a little time to hook. It's a big ASIM. So, you know, it's not as snappy as like a DV8 Medusa or even a Collision. Collision was a very, very popular piece. But I think this is definitely, again, a little cleaner. I was gonna say 2 messengers in a row. I was about to say, man. But it's definitely cleaner, this cover, in comparison to like the Hellraiser Blaze. I think that ball really, really hooked a lot, really, really early. But again, I don't think it's like too much hook. You know, for me personally, that's a ball I probably would never throw. But this one, much more usable. So I'm gonna cheat a little bit more left, bring that speed down a little. a little bit more, give it time to hook. Gas off. I think that's kind of the limit for it. Where I think a ball that can't really dull out of box, like the Paragons, the speed, I think it's in that realm. I think it's close to a speed than it is a Paragon in my opinion. I feel like it's a little cleaner. I feel like the Paragon probably would have dug in that spot. Gave that one a little more of the business from right there in the track area. Again, this is a fresh house shot, so you know where I would typically play, that's where I would play. And this ball actually, man, it feels, you know, very like benchmarky, you know, like and maybe that's the point of this ball. You know, I know they marketed it as, you know, below the Hellraiser Blaze, and I think that might be what this is. This might be like a, you know, Hammer Obsession Obsession Tour. I think this might where this ball might actually fall into as far as strength wise. Strong. Still seeing the lane, you could tell it's reading. I try to post a couple shots. I know a couple people always kind of kill me on my stuff. You know, that, oh, you fall over on your shots. Sorry. To the right. Put a little more hand in that one. Man. It's trying to get up the corner, but it's struggling from there. And I think it might just have to do with just, again, the amount of oil that's out here. So I moved a little too far right and too much hand. And I guess I didn't bump my speed up either. So that just took off. So I'm gonna stay in this 25, and I'll probably drift about 3-4 boards out to my left. Get out on the juice. Tipping. Gave a little more speed, trying to keep it off the headpin, but it's not quite going through the pins how I kind of expected it to be. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get the right angle going to the pocket. I'm gonna move a hair to the right, see if I can get a little more high flush. So that did it. Getting a little more on top of it, staying in that tracks area. That's what looked like you needed. So again, so far, I like the ball reaction. I think, again, my initial thoughts was thinking it might be a little stronger than what it was. Walking in, thinking it's going to be in that, you know, Paragon speed, you know, as far as overall strength goes. That's not quite what I'm seeing. I'm seeing it's a little cleaner than that. And I have to actually be on top of it a little bit more. I definitely can move left. I'd have to bring my speed down. I'm gonna throw one more shot before we change angles here. Got on that one. Got the back up a little bit more. Got into a roll faster. Looks really good there. So, might have just been me. I can admit that. Once I got a little bit more inside the ball, getting it to see it faster, I went through the pins just fine. So I want to see if I can repeat that. Staying in here a little bit left. Yeah, about 20, 28. So those people that just like claw on the ball think this is like a better conspiracy scheme. I feel like you really have to claw on that ball. Like the people who really, you know, have that type of hand, they're gonna love the scheme. If you don't, and you're looking for something to change directions a lot, that's where the scheme kind of struggled. It's a smoother ball. Like if I was trying to play to the right, the scheme looks amazing. But again, this Hellcat I feel like is just a little faster, a little more down lane. But yeah. So we're gonna get ready to change angles here in a moment, and then we're gonna go shine this bad boy up and see what it looks like. Oh, that one hooked. So again, changing your hand, it's responsive to it. I like that. This is a ball that I would like to take to tournaments where, again, if I change my hand position, it's going to give me a different ball reaction. And I'm definitely seeing this ball standing up and really going once I really change my hand to be a little more aggressive. So yeah, man, I like it. Let's change angles real quick and I'll be back. So as we take a look at the numbers, the layout 60 by 4.5 by 30 and a Havoc cover stock, and a Hellraiser dot core, and an RG of 2537, intermediate differential of 0.16, and a total differential of 0.53, and a finish at 500 2000. So the major difference between this and the Hellraiser blades is the cover stock. The cover stock here is much more mild. And then also the surface prep is 500 2000 here, and then on a Hellraiser blaze it's 500 1000. So out of box, you will see a lot more hook and traction out of the Hellraiser blaze. So man, immediately again, like I kind of mentioned before, is I was thinking this ball is going to be, you know, a little more up front, but it's not. And again, you know, based on what everybody was saying and even some of the marketing material I have seen, it's supposed to be more down lane. So they put a more mild cover stock to get it to retain a little more energy, and that makes sense. Where I think that Hellraiser Blaze was really a lot of ball. You put a big traction cover with a higher RG core, you have a ball that hooks a ton. So yeah, man, as we look at it with polish, this is really where things got really eye-opening for me. Yes, I couldn't miss it in the puddle nearly as much when it did have surface on it, but when I threw it to the friction, oh boy, it hooks. It read the spot, and again, it responded. It got a lot faster. So we'll talk a little bit more about that here in a moment. So we went, shined up the Hellcat, nice and shiny now. I already showed you my close-up shots, and my first impressions, man, is like, wow. It sees the spot a lot harder on the fresher house shot. Yeah, like it really does. Like, very, very surprising to me, you know, from this box surface to now the shiny surface. Like, I know generally when you shine solids, you know, it should make it store a little bit more energy and should have a little more for down lane, but this is really, really fun to see. So, yeah, like, you know, some balls really are receptive to that and some aren't, but I mean, again, this Hellcat, I'm liking it. Again, this is not, it's not the biggest ASIM at all, but it's a strong ball. Think beefier obsession. I don't know if I said that already, but that's definitely what this is. Carry. standing closer to the friction, it's even faster. Ow. I like that one though. Still liked it. So a shiny Hellcat definitely gets the stamp of approval on my end, for sure. That's good. Oh, it's not. Thought that was going to be a lot better than what it was. So I'm going to stand a little closer to it so I can roll this one a little more. Oh, that looked good. So rolling this ball, it made sense. And it really continued through the pins once I, again, stopped trying to get around it as much and just try to get it to go down the lane. But I'm definitely liking this ball reaction. And again, I'm getting Widow 2.0, Obsession, Track Proof. Back the speed off. And it's doing what it's supposed to do. That's exactly what I see. And I'm loving this ball reaction. So, yeah. Move it a little left, take a little speed off of it, give it time to make the corner. Split the rack. Okay. Last shot here in my little happy zone. See what it looks like a little closer to the track area. See what it does. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you lasted here this long, man, I appreciate it. Like, subscribe. More content coming away. If you want to purchase the ball, use the links below. All right, until next time.